Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. This is Penguin Tech. Today we're going to unbox this Gulikit TT Max controller. So I think this is just released in last December or early 2026 here. Got this for 180 ringgit or so in Malaysia. This is a wireless controller for PC, Android, iOS, Switch and Switch 2. So let's go through the box quickly. Very simple packaging. So yeah, input port is the USB-C, transmission distance 10 meters, frequency range 2.4 to 2.48 GHz. See, supports Switch 2, PC, Android, iOS, Steam OS. Interesting. Cell capacity is 950 mAh, a little bit small for my taste, but yeah. And the battery life is just decent to me actually. In any case, this box contains the controller, USB-A to USB-C data cable. Well, there's more than that actually. I'll show you later on. And this is black color. There's also a beige color, I think, and then a blue. But yeah, let's see. It says it has a very low latency and high polling rate, and adjustable D-pad. You can swap it. I'll show you later. Motion assist, patented maglev vibration motors. Okay. Special ABXY keys, starring RGBs, 720 levelers, tension adjustable, tension adjustable, TMR sticks, TMR, and then patented smart trigger. I'll show you later. 4 detachable rear pedals, 3 adjustable sensitivity levels on the joysticks, Hall effect triggers, high precision and fast response, adjustable joystick sensitivity on off, turbo function. Without further ado, let's open this box quickly and show you what's inside. First of all, I just want to quickly mention it comes with this Gulikit Hyperlink Gen 2 wireless control adapter. So you can actually use this for Gulikit, this controller itself, and then you can use it for Xbox One Bluetooth, Xbox Series controller, Xbox Elite Series 2 does not support Xbox Elite Series 1, I believe. PS4 and PS5 DualShock, DualSense or DualSense Edge controllers, Switch Pro and And then let me just open it quickly. It's just a tiny USB and with a button here. This button is mainly for updating firmware. So yeah, you can use this for better latency, and I recommend using this instead of Bluetooth for PC. And in any case, before you look at the controller itself, it comes with this case here. So you got this XYAB additional keycaps, but this controller comes with a Switch layout. You can swap it to Xbox layout as well. And you got these 4 pedals here, all metal. It's black color, feels good. So you can attach and detach it at the back of your controller, and you got this thing here to pull it out. One thing I just want to mention is it's got this sharp thing, so I don't know if it hurts the keycaps when you pull it out. So actually I don't really like this design, but yeah, so that's probably something Gulikit can look into it. And here is the tension adjuster keycap. So it's actually like a Felix keycap. I'll show you how to control it. So yeah, pretty feature rich here, but we'll set this aside. We got this case here, so inside is the controller, but it does show you some of the things here, like vibration levels if you press the settings button and then adjust it through the D-pad, RGB, stuff like that. So it's a good to have indicator. You got this cutout hole here for you to continue charge while the controller remains in the case, which is good. Gulikit logo, so this is a nice touch that comes with a carry case, and just open it out and then you have your controller inside. Although one thing I'm worried is how long this hinges last, because they look like pretty thin, but yeah, that's about it. Oh, and then it also lets you carry a swappable D-pad. So it originally comes with this type, it's kind of floating type. and then this is like a Sega style. This is like an Xbox style. But one thing I do want to mention is if you put, you know, your back pedals, or if you put a different sticks height here, it does come with two more sets of different height. This is a taller, this is tallest. But if you make any adjustment to this, adding the pedals or swapping the sticks, this case will no longer fit. So just keep in mind of that, which is a shame, to be honest. I wish instead of carrying this swappable D-pad, I wish it's able to accommodate, you know, additional accessories on the controller. But I digress. Maybe this is something Gulikit can look into next time. And before I talk more about the controller, we have this USB-A to USB-C flat cable. I think this is 2 meters long, correct me if I'm wrong, which is longer than standard ones. And then you got your manuals, some key, some stickers, and then some introduction of other Gulikit's products. So without further ado, let's sorry, that's the wrong controller. Without further ado, let's take out this thing here and maybe just quickly demo how it looks like. So this is the D-pad. As you can see, it is actually like shaped like an Xbox, but a little bit wider. But then the layout of the sticks is like a PS5's or PS4's controller. So symmetrical design, symmetrical sticks. So if anyone wants to use the Xbox shape but then symmetrical sticks, you may want to consider this controller. In any case, let's see. You can just pull it out. As you can see here, there's a notch to tell you where to put the sticks, and then you can put this here. So just need to align the notch again and then put it down. So yeah. So I think this is better for fighting games, maybe. But yeah. And one thing I want to note is this is floating type, so you can see it's floating above it. So yeah. And then you have these sticks here. So this is the sticks height that came with it, and then you can just pull it up. And you can just adjust the tension by using the keycap I mentioned just now, and then just twist this Phillips screw here in the middle, if you can see. So when the controller comes, the tension is pretty low. I mean, I definitely, if you're used to DualSense, because I used to use DualSense, this is a lot looser, so I adjusted it to be a little bit tighter. And then you got this different heights of sticks, so you can like put it in. Yeah, it's a bit you need to push a bit harder though. So yeah, there's this thing. Then you can, if you want to swap it back, just pull it out and then align the the notches, and then just push it back in. So make sure you apply even pressure when you push it down, because otherwise if it goes one-sided, it can get a bit tougher. And yeah, so the surface looks pretty good. And then you see there's patterns here, so for extra grip. And then the R1 and L1 feels good, clicky, and then the trigger feels good. These are Hall effect triggers. Oh, by the way, this is a TMR stick, so yeah, these are pretty resistant to stick drift, so better long life. And then you got this keycaps. So as you can see, this layout is in switch design. You can swap it to Xbox later on. So just for demonstration sake, you can pull this out like this. So yeah, and then put it back, which is cool. Got this plus, minus, and plus button here. This is a setting, so you can press this for use D-pad out for RGB or vibration, stuff like that. So you don't have to refer to the manual. So yeah, on the go itself, you can adjust quite a bit of things like RGB light patterns, the vibration strength or the vibration mode, stuff like that. So a lot of things you can adjust, and I think there's a stick stack zone as well. Yeah, I think there's a home button. I think there's a turbo button, and kind of forgot what it is, but yeah. And then on the trigger itself, Hall effect triggers. Now, one thing I want to mention is it is not an impulse trigger, so there's no vibration on this trigger. So keep in mind that, unless if I'm wrong. But I've tested it. I don't think it has impulse trigger. So that's one of the downside, because I mainly play racing game and wanted to feel the pedals or the feedback of the car, but unfortunately it doesn't have any impulse triggers like the Xbox controller. But I digress. And you got this USB-C for charging. You got this battery indicator, and then you got these modes that tells you what mode you're in: iOS, Android, Windows, or Switch. So use this to swap between different devices. And then one of the things of this trigger is you got this switch here to turn this into click keyboard. So it does sounds nice and travels a lot less. This is good for FPS, yeah. This side you can do it as well. So yeah, I like the clickness. It feels really good. And then you got these 4 extra back pedals here. Let me just install one of them here. I haven't found any games that use it yet, but I do think this is useful. So yeah, this D3, and then just put it in, push it in, like so. It feels pretty good. And then if you want to take it out, just take it out like that. So there's quite a bit of modes you can do with this controller. So that's one of the selling points, to be honest. And then one of the things I noticed is you got all these rubber caps on those screw holes here. So the controller looks neat. Yeah. Let me just quickly turn it on, and then just to see the lighting effect. So when you turn it on, there's a vibration. So I would say it's more like a haptic feedback, because it feels pretty nice. And then it lights up. So, and then it tells you the battery health. Then what am I connected to? Even though I'm not connected, I mean it's in Windows mode, but I haven't connected to my PC. And oh, by the way, you can also use Bluetooth to connect to your PC, but I don't do that. And yeah, I think you can. Yeah, this is for controller vibration mode. And you see you can adjust the lighting so that if you turn the sticks, something lights up. Then or the RGB, or you can only have this logo, or no lights at all. So one of the things I did realize is if it lights up, you can really see the gap inside the board when you turn the sticks, which I don't really like. But I mean, if you turn the lights off, you won't see it. But it does show. I don't like the gaps, if you ask me. But yeah. Then the clicking is fine. And these all membranes. So overall, it feels good in the hand. It's a little bit on the bigger side. And then as a user transitioning from those hands, I did find that the sticks here is a bit small, and the sticks are way looser. So I adjusted the tension. But in any case, it feels good in the hand. You grab it, or you grab it from the sides here like me. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Definitely, as an added bonus, it gets detected as a Xbox 360 controller. So I mean, you can also use this on those sense, but it gets detected as Xbox 360. So yeah, and the vibration, there's 3 modes, but yeah, they all work pretty well. There's no the headphone jack whatsoever here, or charging dock. It's all through here. Yeah, I mean, for 180 ringgit, for you to be able to connect to PC or iOS or Android or Switch, adjusting the keycaps, TMR sticks, haptic triggers, switch triggers as well. I mean, this is pretty feature rich. I did play some games with the Hyperlink and all feels good. But yeah, aside from that, that's all my review and unboxing of this controller. It does catch a bit of oil here of my hand, but all things considered, it's pretty balanced in terms of weight, comfortable. So yeah, that's all for me. If you have any questions on this controller, do let me know down in the comments below. I think Gulikit is also mentioning they will come with a PC software, but as of now, it is not released yet. So everything you want to adjust, you can adjust it on the controller, and you know it's got so many features. You might want to go through the manuals just to make sure you want it adjusted to the way you like it to be. Battery life 950. If they like me, if racing, if there's a lot of vibration, strong vibration, I think the battery goes under half pretty fast. Maybe 1 to 2 days I need to charge it already. With a gaming session of less than 2 to 4 hours a day. So yeah, yeah, that's all for me, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and share the video if you find this useful, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye bye.